Sorry about the rain in advance. It has been quite the rainy season here in Ohio this year. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So I'm pretty exhausted, I'm not gonna lie. This week I wanted to talk to you guys about van life burnout. Hopefully the rain doesn't mess with the audio too much. I was trying to wait until a day when it wasn't raining, but that doesn't seem to be happening, so here we are. So today I wanted to talk about a van life burnout with you guys. This is something I haven't experienced too much thus far in our van life journey, other than the odd night where we want a hotel room or things like that. Generally speaking, we feel really at home in the van. And this is kind of my first time that I'm really starting to feel burnt out on living in this van. So I kind of wanted to talk about how I've been feeling and what things about my van experience right now are making me feel less in alignment with it. And I just want to be really honest and open with you guys this week. That was one of my main goals when I started my channel, was to share the most honest and realistic look into my van experience as I possibly could. And this has been a big part of it the last couple of weeks. I've been trying to kind of push through and keep working, but I think it's kind of all starting to catch up with me, and I'm feeling all around just feeling tired. I'm having a much harder time filming this than I thought that I would. I tried making notes, but that doesn't really feel right either. Yeah, so I'm just gonna talk. The rain I'm finding very distracting. I don't know if you guys are, but it keeps kind of interrupting my train of thought. So this is my first time back at work since last March. This is my first time back in the city full-time since last summer, and I am not handling it as well as I thought that I would. Josh and I have always lived a van life this way, where we full-time in the city part of the year and then we travel full-time part of the year, and that always just felt like it worked for us, but it just doesn't feel like it's working for me anymore. I'm feeling really out of alignment with the pace of life in the city, which is something that I'm kind of new to as well. I always thought that I was an extroverted, social person, and I think that I do well in social situations, which is why I may have fooled myself into thinking that, but the more that I've been around people lately, especially with working in customer service and high social interaction jobs, I find a lot of social interaction extremely draining lately, and I'm having a lot of trouble finding the space to recharge in solitude living in the van in the city. I know that we have a place to call home, we have this beautiful van. I love this van so much, and none of that has changed, but I'm craving more of a place to call home, if that makes sense. And this is kind of a new feeling for me. Just overall, I've never really been a homebody kind of person, so I don't know if maybe I'm just craving a little bit more solitude than anything, but I just feel like I'm hiding all the time when we're here. I feel like I can't step outside without, you know, checking to make sure nobody's watching me get in and out of the van. There's just a lot of people around in general, so I feel less inclined to want to go outside because I am kind of needing that space to recharge from my jobs. So I really just, my heart is longing for a piece of land for us to park our home on and have the space to be outside and exist comfortably and just feel a little bit less like we don't belong, I think is the majority of the feeling that's kind of underlying all of these things for me right now. I just feel like I don't belong here anymore. I think there are a lot of factors that are playing into these feelings that I've been having recently. I think the state of the world is definitely one of them. Every other time that we have lived in the city, we were out doing things with friends, going on trips, going to shows, concerts, things like that, and that just really isn't the case anymore. So being full-time in the city in the van means a lot more time just being in the van, which makes the van feel a lot more confining, I think, than it ever has in the past for me. It feels more like a box than it has in the past for me. It used to feel kind of like my safe little hiding space in the city, like our little clubhouse. Nobody knew we were in here. And I feel that way in nature still. When we're out camping, I still feel home and comfortable in the van, but there just isn't a lot of privacy in the van in the city. You hear the conversations of people walking by if they get close to the vehicle. You hear the street traffic, the sirens. It's just all been really overwhelming. Overwhelmed. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I think I put a lot of pressure on myself as a van lifer in the social media space to always be traveling, doing something exciting, to keep my content fresh and exciting for you guys. As glamorous as all of that looks and seems, it's just not entirely realistic, especially in our case, to be traveling and doing all the time in the van. So being back in the city, at first I think I found myself trying to kind of hide the way that I was feeling, or maybe brush it under the rug in my content and just like how I'm portraying my life, I guess, and that just was starting to feel more and more impossible every week. So I thought I would just share. Hopefully maybe someone out there can relate to this. Josh and I definitely are taking some steps to kind of change some things in our lives to maybe live in a way that feels more in alignment with who we are now versus who we were when we first started our van journey. And I think things in the next couple of months are going to start to look a little different, and I'm hoping that that kind of helps me feel a little better, even if things don't necessarily change right now. I am taking the steps to make the changes that I need to make. Yeah. I do think that tiny living is going to stay a part of our lives, and I am 100% certain that travel is going to stay a part of our lives, but I think things will start to look a little bit different for us, and I just wanted to thank you guys all for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for letting me share. This video was a little hard for me to sit down and film, to be honest. I kind of have been resisting filming it all week just because I don't even really know how I'm feeling necessarily, so I'm having a little bit of a hard time articulating. So if you liked this video or you found any of this information useful, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does help support my channel, and thank you all again for being here. I really love the community that we've built together here, and I am grateful for each and every one of you that watches every week. Yeah, but on that note, I am still feeling a little bit overwhelmed, to the point where I think it might be time for me to give myself a little bit of a break. I have been on YouTube for over a year now, and I haven't taken any time off. And I have a lot on my plate the last few weeks. I've been picking up extra shifts at work, which is great for us financially and helping us move towards our goals, but it is kind of making it a little bit more difficult for me to feel inspired creatively and have the time and space to create the things that I'm inspired to create. So I am going to be taking 2 weeks off. Wow, that is so hard to say. I have been thinking about doing this for a while, and I have been telling myself, okay, this is the week, I'm gonna take 2 weeks off. And then every single time, I just don't. So I'm finally gonna take that step and take that break. We have a lot of exciting things that we're doing over the next couple of weeks, and some really big things that we're doing over the next couple of weeks, and I do still want to share those, so I will be continuing to film throughout the next few weeks, but I'm just going to take a little bit of time off of the back end side of everything, the analytics, the editing, the keyword research, all of those extra things that kind of go into the behind the scenes of creating my channel and my content for you guys, just so that I can come back feeling refreshed and inspired again, because I have so many great ideas that I have been planning out and working on for you guys, and I want to just make sure that I have the energy to show up fully to create those videos. I'm so proud of everything that I've created over the last year. It's been so much more rewarding than I ever imagined, but it has also been so much more work than I have ever imagined. Okay, so I think that's everything that I wanted to share with you guys this week. I almost said see you Sunday. I won't see you Sunday. I will see you guys again. When is that? Let me check my calendar. I will meet you guys back here May 30th for a brand new video and a very exciting video. Until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your May. I'll see you guys again on May 30th. I'm too awkward for this outro. Have a good night. I want to just like put tape over this light. It's ruining my shot. I wonder if that almost looks better. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, my camera's getting, what did I say I wanted to talk about? I think I put a lot of pressure on myself. The rain is so loud. I don't know, I always say see you Sunday and then end it. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to close it. One more thing before I go. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. If you're watching this, I love you. Thank you for supporting me in everything that I do. Honestly, I don't think I would have ever made it here without you. I love you, and I am really sad that I'm not there to drink margaritas with you today, but have one for me.